Here's a thing that I didn't even realize that was happening, and it's happening, is the Olympics.
We have the Roku thing, and it was like, do you want to record all of these sports? And we got to pick which sports we wanted to record, which I thought was cool.
It would take up your memory in like 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know. We recorded a bunch. So
Going
stay
to the cloud.
tuned.
It's all being saved in the
I
cloud.
think I like the winter better than the summer.
I think so too.
Really?
I would agree with that.
luge, curling, luge. Luge?
The fucking luge.
Luge.
Hi.
She powers into that microphone.
Oh, sorry. I get excited. All right. We're back again. Still no Jesse.
Imagine he just showed up in that interim.
No.
She said no.
He was like going through something before texting. I'm like, is he drinking tequila already? Like, what's happening?
Probably.
He's being weird.
Who knows what he's doing down there?
He's like, I love you guys with like a heart emoji. I'm like, what?
Calling himself a robot.
Who knows what's going on?
He's definitely losing his mind. Can we talk? Do you want to talk about that, or should we not talk about it? He's not going to listen to this. Actually, he might listen to this because it's the first one he's not here for.
Nah, he ain't gonna listen.
No, he's not gonna.
All right,
Well,
so
I'm
anyway.
going to clip what we just said, and then I'll probably.
Yeah, there you go.
Be
It's a
intrigued.
good. It's a good way to get him involved.
Teaser.
Still won't listen.
Okay, anyways.
Still won't listen. So block party, right? Big thing in Nassau County. I feel like I remember, like as a kid, every block party I ever went to was never east of Lindenhurst. It was always west of Lindenhurst. It was either like Massapequa, Seaford, Levittown. Those are block
How
party
are you invited
towns.
to different town parties?
Cousins and stuff like
Okay,
that.
all right.
You know, family, mostly family.
Family
gotcha.
friends.
Yeah. And a good amount of my family grew up in Massapequa. So I'm at this block party Saturday, Massapequa. 10 of the fucking families on the block are either Nassau or Suffolk or NYPD cops. Everybody's a fucking cop, right? I feel like it was a very interesting experience, and like I've never seen a concentration of that many kids out and about in one area at one time.
It's fun for kids.
There was so many kids, and it was actually kind of like cool to see.
Once you open up a street for kids,
They do
it's
whatever.
it's like because I only experienced my first block party last year, and I was like, block party. I thought you were going to say that you weren't a huge fan of them because they are a little tedious, but they had a ball, like just going up and down the block. That's it. Just going out. They all had stations and shit like that.
Well, tedious. What do you mean? Like just it's
For me, it was like, this is how I invited everybody over for a block party. I don't know if you're not doing anything. It's a weekend in July. I'm kind of having a block party.
well, it's either that or it's like a huge blowout. I'm
Yes.
inviting everybody. You got to do one or the other.
Right.
But so anyway, so the DJ sets up, and he sets up in the middle of the block, which then I started thinking like, yeah, that makes sense, like so that everybody could hear.
Right.
And they start like playing kids games,
Yep.
and I got to tell you, kids are dumb. They're so dumb.
I mean, what was it? Trivia? It should have been a hula hoop.
Well, they were doing, like musical chairs, but then I thought it was cool was what they were doing, like a scavenger hunt,
That is cool. I love scavenger
Cute.
hunts.
right? So it would be like, set teams of like 2 or 3 kids, and they'd have to like get like a Mets hat or a Yankees hat or a
Yes.
set of Toyota car keys or an M&T Bank debit card.
Love that.
But
Oh,
I'm
wow.
watching these kids, and it was like maybe like 10 rounds. You know the kids that win. It's the fucking kids whose house are right next to the DJ booth. But I'm watching the rest of them go to like
The furthest house.
around the block every single time they go. They come back and they're like, I didn't get it. And I'm like, no shit. Because you just ran a mile to get back here.
That is a dumb kid. That is a dumb kid.
But it was cool to see.
That's a
It
cute
was interesting to
idea.
see.
That is I've never seen that at a block party. Now that you said block parties, I do know one guy in Lindenhurst who had a block party, and that was Baldwin.
Growing up,
Yeah.
I think that was just a party all the time at his house. I don't know if it was necessarily like a sanctioned block
I
party.
think it grew to a block party. I think Whitey and the Trash played at a block party.
They definitely did. I remember, but I remember like when we were maybe in college and then it started. But I just growing up, I don't remember many Lindenhurst block parties.
When I was a kid, I definitely did not go to a block party.
I think there might have been like some sort of an overturning of a ruling or something in Lindenhurst. And then
Possibly.
they were allowed to.
I will say that I had fun. We had fun. We had fun at ours, like unexpected fun.
Yeah.
It was cool.
We like a tents outside.
Yeah, just throw everything from the backyard on the front lawn. That's pretty much what you do. You throw every chair you have, every small pool you have, it goes right on the front lawn.
What about up on the North Shore? They having any block parties?
Yeah, we had block parties, but still, I feel like we always went west for block parties, like closer to the city.
Interesting.
Yeah, but where the trash is, you know?
I don't like a block party, though. I don't. Like, I'm all about everybody having a good time. I don't like big functions like that. And they're always around, like, 4th of July, which I also don't like.
Well, it's got to be summer.
Wow.
It's got to be summer.
No,
I like a block party because it's an easy in and out. You don't feel comfortable or you're done, you just leave. There's no saying
Not
goodbye.
if you live there.
That's exactly what
Well,
I
not
did.
if you live there. Yeah, don't sign the paper if you live there.
That's exactly what I did, actually.
oh, yes.
It was when you said before, like you thought I was going to say I don't like block parties, and kind of similar to what you said. It's another one of those things. It was a good group of people, all really nice people.
Yeah.
Right.
Food was good. It was great. I had a good time, but it's just as soon I'll say yes like 2 weeks ago, and then like 3 hours before I'm like, I'm not fuck. Do I really want to fucking do this right now?
Yeah.
You know?
No, not at all.
But then I got there. I had a good time. But yeah, it was like 8:30. My wife wasn't there. Shocker. She was doing like a photo shoot or something. She called me in between shoots, so I started to picked up the phone, was talking to her. Then I started slowly walking towards the car, and I hung up with her, and I was like, "Boom, see you later." People were like, "Where'd you go?"
So
I'm
you're
like,
not coming. So you're not coming, huh?
"I'm on the phone," and I just decided I'll see you next week.
I had to go see my dog.
It was a friend's that you were at?
Yeah,
Friend's
yeah.
block party?
Yep.
I like it too because you kind of don't have to bring anything.
I mean,
You bring a 12-pack of beer.
Yeah, that's true.
Add it to the cooler. Sit in a lawn chair. So the 2 block parties that I've been to, one on my block, and one recently at a friend's house. Middle of the block DJ. That's where they lived.
Ooh,
Right there.
So it's just pumping.
Pumping the entire time. You can't tell them to lower it.
No.
You can't.
Imagine.
You can't tell them to lower it.
Imagine.
Turn that down.
What's an interesting dynamic, though, is like I always thought, I guess it's like an urban Long Island legend that you have to get everybody to sign up, but I found out it's 80%, which is reasonable.
It's definitely reasonable.
But then you get people who like don't even come outside their house.
Creepy.
That's weird.
I think it's really weird. But
That's
you
weird.
know who those houses are going to be if you live on that block.
Sure, but then you also get like somebody who you're not really prepared for, and then they're out there just
Yeah.
ripping shots and
You
stuff.
are so right.
That's the best.
They're the drunkest.
Yeah.
They introduce themselves to you. Like you've been living, like, you know, you're living there for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Elaine. I live down the block. And it's like, don't want to meet you today. Don't want to, like, today's not the day I want to play catch up.
Come on over, have some fruit salad.
Oh, man.
Block parties. What a summer thing.
A lot of awkwardness if you belong to that block. A lot of awkwardness.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Polish people across the street from me, they actually just moved. I've never seen people party so hard in my life.
Oh, they get
They
after
had
it.
the street packed dancing, and then when the DJ left, the backyard was pumping with a microphone. They had a microphone all night.
Hype man.
Like it was amazing. Like Jen, after a while, was like, "Is this gonna end?" I'm like, "I don't know," but I'm giving them props on this.
You were like,
they-
I don't know, but I'm going
Yeah.
over there.
and then they all,
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of people did go over there, and I was itching to go over there a little bit just to see it. But you know, neighbors are going over there shirtless, like that you've seen all year, and then they all woke up packing the cars for the beach. They made a weekend out of that block party.
Wow.
There's certain nationalities like that, like Eastern European. Those people just get fucked up, and they're fine. the
Make a
next day.
party.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they know how to get after it.
They'll have like swollen faces, and they're just
Yeah,
quieter. They're just
exactly.
quiet.
There's always one guy who's got a black eye.
I'm telling you, it was nuts. It was funny to witness.
It's impressive, very impressive.
I don't have the stamina anymore.
What'd you eat? Like, what was some good food? You had like a little sausage and pepper moment, barbecue.
No, they had like a hero. One of the
Okay.
guy's brothers owns this really good deli out in West Hampton, so they had a hero. But not like American
Standard
Italian
American
hero. It was
Italian,
like
yeah.
grilled chicken with like pesto and like
Roasted
Yeah.
red peppers.
peppers. Yeah. It's nice.
For sure.
Had some of that.
I love a hero.
Had a little pasta salad. Gotta have pasta salad.
I wish people would just have that though. Like that's enough. Like a piece of sandwich, some salads is enough. I don't need the wings after that. I don't need the ribs after that. Like
no, they didn't have anything like that. They just
that's
had
good.
that, and then they had cake and stuff afterwards.
That's
a lot
smart
of desserts.
too. It's probably hot.
A lot of cupcakes at a block party. I feel like there's always cupcakes.
That's always a go-to
like.
for like the local moms.
Hell yeah.
Easy.
What they did on mine was kids stations. So like every house that was involved in it would like volunteer to do something. But I felt bad because one of them was cotton candy. That guy had a line down the block like all day. Like he
He's
worked
working
all
all
day. He worked, to the point where we were literally like, guys, let the cotton candy go. Let him enjoy himself a little bit.
It's like, listen, trip over the extension cord that's powering the
You
fucking
got the
cotton
hot
candy
dog
machine.
machine. He's busy
Yeah.
for a minute. Everybody who wanted a hot dog got one.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea. It was a solid idea. But, and then I had my wife the whole time, I'm so mad I didn't do anything. Because we weren't even sure we were going to be there.
Right.
I was like, it's fine.
First of
Enjoy
all,
yourself.
nobody cares.
At the
And
end
no
of the
one's
day,
going to remember.
Nobody cares.
Unless you're the cotton candy guy. That guy hates everybody.
In that big of a setting, no one knows if you didn't bring anything. You're going to a dinner party, it's a couple couples.
Yeah.
They know you didn't bring anything.
100%.
That's a different setting.
They did have a porta potty, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool if
For me.
you live there and you don't want people going in your house.
Yeah, I think it's smart, which I would do
Yeah.
the same thing.
I'm not a big fan of porta
Yeah, I
potties.
wouldn't want some.
As a male, you care
No.
one way or another about a porta
I mean,
potty?
I'll do it, but I think going into a porta potty is one of the grossest things that you do.
Well, if there's
As a boy, it's easier.
I don't
is-
think it's gross at all.
I said I'll do it, but you know
like,
what?
what's gross about it?
You know what? The first
If
4
you see
hours,
like a little turd in there or something?
yeah, as soon as I see a turd or like hanging toilet paper,
Ew.
it's gross. Like if somebody had the not decency, but if somebody had to go number 2 in there, it's over for me. It's over for me. You're staring at it.
Will you leave one that's got a number 2 in it and go to another one? Like, will you
If
shop
there's an
around?
option of 2,
Yeah?
yeah.
Interesting.
I don't even like locking that door. I think it's gross. But I mean, you get it for the day. It really should be clean.
Yeah, it was nice and clean. And I was it's only like $200.
It's not bad. We used
No
to
brain.
For
order
a porta
porta
potty for a day?
Yeah. For like the whole
good to
weekend
know.
they had it because they would, I think they dropped it off on Friday. They wouldn't pick it up again until Sunday.
Yeah, keep on using it.
Scam.
Keep on using it.
Scam. If I was that kid, Chris, I'd be peeing and shitting out there all weekend long.
You know, it's a big scam when we're finding this out because we don't have a pool this year. So for our daughter's party, we want to order a big slide. You know what the big scam is?
What?
They pick it up at 8:30 at night. If you want it overnight, it's an extra $200.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Like a blow up water slide.
Like a huge blow up water slide.
They had one of those there
That's
too.
cool.
Thing was broken the whole
Are you
time.
guys doing it, Kurt? Like you're
have
locked
to do.
in?
We got no other like overnight. I don't know, but we're getting it for the day because we got 2 kids parties to do. We got nothing else. I got no pool.
When is that? Couple
First
weeks?
weekend in August.
Cute.
Bounce house too?
No, stop it. I mean, how much do you think a water slide is? 18, 20 feet tall, 2 slides going down into a little baby pool.
$500.
$600.
$600 to $700.
Wow.
You telling me and you can't afford some blow up fucking slides and just
Start a
rent them
business?
out? Just rent them out.
It's all a business. It's good that you said that because I've been thinking about other businesses. You know what? It seems like never really elevated or like classed up. The ice cream trucks.
What, like changed, you mean?
Yeah, like they're always the same. You either got, you got three, you got the range of 3. You got the Mr. Softy, which was like you would think was the high end, but they don't look so nice anymore.
Right, big reds.
Right? Then you've got like I was saying to my wife the other day, the one that's scary is like the converted school bus
Oh,
one.
yeah, those are always the scariest. Don't buy from
Those
those.
are terrifying.
Those
But
are awful.
Yeah, I don't like those.
there's not like an elevated. I mean, I'm sure there is if you go to like fucking Brooklyn or like
There is
Austin,
in
Texas.
like I've noticed it in Jersey. Like we
Clean?
went to Wildwood. Yeah, like it was called like Monster Ice Cream or
that's
something
ripping
like that.
around like
And it was-
with the bell and the music
It
and
was
shit.
beautiful. Very loud.
Not around here.
I want to know the battle. I want to know the territory battle for ice cream trucks. There's got to be.
Well, what are you getting? Like, what's your Mount Rushmore of
Depends on the truck.
things you're getting?
Depends on what type of truck it is.
Swirl.
No, we're going old school, not Mr. Softy, like packaged goods.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely
Choco
like a
Taco.
bomb top. Yeah, back in the day, R.I.P. Choco Taco. But yeah,
Yeah, I know.
also coming back. I heard.
What, they got rid of the Choco Taco?
Where are you?
They
been?
did
Where
it.
have you been?
Why would they get rid of that?
Big news.
That was really
You should know
popular.
better than all of us. You got the kids.
That was really popular, though.
Yeah, they got rid of
They
it.
don't pick.
Jesse
they,
definitely
they don't-
doesn't know.
They don't pick those shitty ones. They get real ice cream. We don't stop if it's not Mr. Softy or Big Red.
Okay.
Coming back though, the Choco Taco. I used to go like Bomb Pop, you know, the red, white, and blue one.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay,
one's
you
nice.
like sweet.
Yeah, but then I'll also mix in a WWF Superstar bar.
Johnny likes everything. You kidding me? Sweet, fucking
I know.
salty.
A chocolate eclair. I love those. Strawberry shortcake. Yep.
Those I always thought were like old people ice creams.
What, the,
Yeah, but
the
they're
strawberry
good.
shortcakes with the crumbles on it?
Yeah.
I used to love the strawberry one.
Strawberry shortcake,
Yeah, they try
chocolate
on.
eclair, toasted almond. Good
Yeah.
humor. Those are old
fudge,
man ice creams.
fudge-sicle or whatever it
true.
is. The best is a chipwich. You can't tell me different with the little chocolate chips around.
Chipwiches are great.
Chipwich
Yeah.
was like a different class of getting it from there. That was like high end when you
I
got
probably
that.
didn't get
Yeah.
one until I was 16.
It was always more expensive too.
Yeah.
It was always more
Yeah,
expensive.
it was luxury for sure.
So they had back to the block party. They had a. They had
We need a sign on the door.
they had an ice cream truck there, like parked at the end of the block, not in. They didn't come in.
Oh,
So I'm
perfect.
talking to a couple people at the party, and I'm like, "You think like it's included with the block party, or are they just posting up there and you gotta
Post.
pay?"
They're posted.
Yeah, probably.
Did you check it?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Because you can get it. You could get an ice cream truck for like $400.
All right. So what's the limitations then? That's what I was asking. Can I just go up there and be like, "I want one of everything"?
No, you're supposed to get one. So they had it at the school for
One
the end
per
of the
person?
year party. Because right away I was like, how much is this? Because the ice cream line was the whole barbecue end of the school. The line was crazy. And there was probably 170 people there, right? Which is a lot of people.
It's a lot.
But the rule was you're allowed one item.
How are they keeping track of that?
They weren't, which is why the line was crazy. But this guy kept on going, and I'm like, how much? They have to be paying this guy a ton of money, and they said it was something like between $400 $500 for 3 hours. I think that's
Yeah,
a
and it's
steal.
also probably a time he wouldn't be roaming around. So it's a killing for him, I would think.
Yeah, I wonder how much they make. Who the hell knows how much these people make if they're not selling drugs in the back of it? What?
Let's get an ice cream driver on the pod.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be a great idea.
First of all, I had 2 of these 10 milligram heirloom things while I was there.
Today?
No, that day. So I wasn't really in a state of mind of like, or I was in the right state of mind for the ice cream truck. And I was talking to one of the guys there I had never met before. And I was like, how are you feeling about the ice cream truck right now? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, let's go half and we're going to get one of everything.
That's
just to
perfect.
see it.
to see it,
First
yeah.
of all, I want to know how much it's going to be. And then we're just going to, start going through them and seeing what's good.
I feel like you would actually do that if someone agreed with you and you were in the right state of mind.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How much could it be? $60?
Like when you're in a
$70?
silly, goofy mood.
I mean, listen, you're not really breaking 100.
Definitely not.
You're not breaking 100.
Definitely not. And it's just like, but those are the things you need to have like a camera guy around for,
Right.
You
Yeah.
can't just waste the opportunity of getting those.
I wish an ice cream truck came down this block.
They do.
Do they?
All the time because it's one of the yards over here that they come out of.
We should get everything.
Yeah. But I don't think they turn their noises on.
The music?
Because they're in,
yeah,
industrial
because they
park.
don't want the fucking,
Guys coming from the back.
yeah. They, don't
They
the
want
thrill-
anybody.
They don't want the thrill of it.
I would eat ice cream right now.
I would too. We should do it.
Yeah.
You don't care about the battle though, huh? The territory battle? Because there's definitely blocks that they're not allowed to be on.
I definitely.
Or do you think they're allowed to go anywhere they want?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a great question, actually. Like the yard that because they're all independent,
Right.
for sure. Like the yard that they come out of is their territories, like from there that they talk about, you know?
Because down my block, I only see Big Red. And then
I've never even heard of Big Red.
it's kind of it's very it looks like a Mr. Softy, but it's not.
Okay.
It says the Big Red all over it, right? But
weird.
I see that one every day. It's same lady, but then every once in a while you get like another truck go down your block, but they only come once. They only come once. And somebody has the rights to post at Fireman's Park. Somebody has
Yeah.
the rights to post at Daniel Street.
Yeah.
That's what I'm interested in, because If I was an ice cream man, I'd test the limits.
Strategic. You got to be strategic. You
Yeah.
got to know where to go. You know, is it the good neighborhoods? Is it the bad neighborhoods? I bet you it's the bad neighborhoods.
What's going on that weekend?
Yeah.
But I would test it. If I saw a Mr. Softy and there was a boatload of kids with a line, I'd check it out.
Well, that's the other part of it too, though, is like, because you got the 3 different classes.
Right.
You got the Mr. Softy, then you got like your regular ice cream truck, which is with the side open, and then you got the fucking tart cart
School bus one.
You know? So it's like between those 3, can all 3 of those go into the same area?
Every ice cream guy hates the other ice cream
Because they have
guy.
different offerings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love Mr. Softy. I love it.
Yeah, who doesn't want soft serve ice cream most of the time?
I actually do prefer hard ice cream over soft.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Love soft serve.
I like hard with like pieces in it of something.
It's all good.
It's texture right there. It is all good. It is all good to mix it up a bit.
It's all good.
Yeah. There's a place in, sorry.
No,
go ahead.
good.
No, there's a place in Albany that we go to. It's called Scoops. It's like at the end of Mike's block. It is one of the best ice cream places I've ever been to. We're going to a wedding up there this weekend. And like, I'm excited for the wedding. Going to be great. Like really good friends of ours. Cannot stop thinking about the fact that we're going to get the ice cream on the way out on Sunday. That is my main excitement. I'm like, hey, so like when we're hungover on Sunday, you think we can like, get ice cream for lunch? Maybe.
That's fine.
And we will, and we'll take a picture, and it hits. It's so good.
Scoops. That's not like Kilwins or anything, right? Like the frozen custard or anything like that?
No, but their serving sizes are massive. And what I like about them is if I do soft serve, the gripe I usually have is there's not enough topping to ice cream.
Right.
So it gets very repetitive. So what they do, we go like hardcore there. I'll get vanilla soft serve with peanut butter cups and peanut butter sauce. But they put it at the bottom.
Ooh.
Both things. Then they put ice cream, and then they'll put the toppings on
Drizzle.
top. And they are not shy. So it's like you get the top, and then you have more from the bottom.
Meg, I used to ask that in Carvel. I'm not kidding you. I used to
No,
say
it's so
peanut butter
good.
sauce on the bottom and then on the top, please.
Yes.
It's such a surprise
It's
at the end.
so good. Oh my God, it's so good. I'll send you guys a picture. I'm hyped up.
That's a lot of ice cream.
I love ice cream. Absolutely love it. That would be my top 3 favorite things to eat.
I got on the way home from that block party. I stopped at McDonald's and I got a medium fry, and they got a special McFlurry right now. It's a banana Kit Kat one,
Oh, this
banana flavored ice cream with a Kit Kat.
sounds awful.
Interesting.
It was nice.
That type of stuff I can't try.
It was so good.
I can't do that.
Banana flavored ice cream.
I can't try new things like that. I can't. Like, it's got to be chocolate, peanut butter, everything I know. Maybe an Oreo or something weird. Like, you throw in...
Oreo or something weird. Oreo's not weird.
No. Oreo is, like, in the bucket of, like, me doing it. Like, if you throw in
Okay.
strawberry ice cream or
You're out.
anything out of the ordinary, I can't go to the window, buy it, and be like, I think I'm going to like this. Which I think I probably would like most of it, because I like everything.
What's the fear? The fear is that you're not going to like it and you just wasted like the opportunity to get something you do like.
I think so. I think it's just the fear of like tasting something and being like, wow, this is a big cup of shit.
Well, I got
And I just wasted time and
I
money.
got news for you. They're all good.
They're all good, right? I'm
Yeah.
sure they are.
Yes.
Oh,
It's kind of like everything at Taco Bell.
I went like 2 weeks without weighing myself too, and I've just really been.
You shouldn't weigh yourself. It's not good for you.
I'm going to tell you the opposite of why it is for some people. So like I've just, it's chaos right now all over the place in my life. And so I haven't been weighing myself. I haven't been working out. So like normally I'm like 290 religiously since I lost a bunch of weight, right? So I always around that. I fucking weighed myself on Monday after 2 weeks, 315.
No.
Yeah.
What the hell are you eating?
Banana fucking Kit Kat McFlurries all the time.
All the time. You say you tried it once.
No, I tried that one once, but I get the regular Oreo ones once a day.
No.
Yeah. So I'm back to weighing myself every day, down to 310 since
Didn't
Monday.
you didn't feel yourself? Or is that why you weighed yourself? Because you felt yourself doing that?
Felt it and then like saw it. I could see it in my face and these things,
It's the worst when you step on that thing and it's not the right number.
I mean, it's disheartening, but the truth is that like, you know what you did wrong.
Yeah,
I know what I
you
did
do.
wrong.
Yeah, and you feel it in
Yeah.
other ways.
As the numbers calculating on the digital thing, you're like, I know this is going to be
Yeah, I know
bad.
where this
I
is
know. I know where
I know where this is going.
Think about everything you did the last 4 Friday nights.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Could see a little less of my wiener, you know? So it's like when you're looking down at the other thing. So it's like.
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but that's all right. It's just cycles, everything.
Also, the summer is a time where
You
things
think
happen.
so? I think that's the opposite of what's supposed to happen. I think in the summertime, you're supposed to really tighten it up.
Be more active.
And then the wintertime, you just hit all the hard stuff.
I think,
I think
it,
honestly, all the times there are things. But I feel like in the summer, there's so many activities. Like every single weekend, we're doing something that's around food,
Yes.
drinking. Like you're more active. We walk so much, especially living here. But like you're eating and drinking constantly. You're traveling. You're out of your routine.
Yep.
It hits September and there's not as much of that.
There's just so many 7-Elevens to drive by, too.
Yeah, true.
You know? Those
True.
peanut butter filled pretzels, they're the best.
I'm tired of
I felt pretty crazy because I slammed a king size of the Reese's Take 5 the other day on a drive home from Cape Cod by myself.
Nice.
Like I never just go in and buy candy by myself. It's usually like with a partner. Nope. All by myself. 3 of them, which is a lot.
Wow.
3 king size?
Well, no,
3 of the
there's
pieces.
3 in the king size,
Oh.
which is like really nothing. It's like 3 pieces of candy.
Right.
But I was like, this is just funny, me by myself at the gas station. Because the people I was with didn't want to get dessert. I was like, this is kind of weird.
You're calling it
stopped it.
dessert going into 7-Eleven? You're getting dessert?
What would you call it?
I call it snack.
Okay, well, it was a snack dessert. It was delicious. That's my favorite candy, hands down.
It feels much better if you call it dessert.
Well, if it's right after you eat and you didn't get dessert at the place you were eating,
True.
it's kind of dessert.
It was 10 p.m. before an hour drive home by myself.
Hey, listen, I'm all about candy. It'll give you some energy to drive home.
For a
Yeah,
second.
that's right. I did justify that as well.
For like 2 minutes, and then the other 58 minutes, you're fucking in the sugar depletion.
It'll
mode.
wake me up.
Yeah.
Did you get a Red Bull too? Did you get
No.
Here's a thing that I didn't even realize that was happening, and it's happening, is the Olympics.
It started?
Oh my God,
It starts Friday.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, France, right?
I feel like
Hype
it's
me up.
such a not a big thing anymore.
Nobody cares anymore.
It used to be so big. Why is it not such a big deal anymore?
I think no one watches regular TV. You think that's why?
I think that's a big part
I
of
think
it.
that's a big part of it, yeah.
I don't even know
Like
where
the
to
just
go.
commercials and broadcasting and stuff. We got an option on we have the Roku thing, and it was like, do you want to record all of these sports? And we got to pick which sports we wanted to record, which I thought was cool.
It would take up your memory in like 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know. We recorded a bunch. So
Going to
stay
the cloud.
tuned.
It's all being saved in the
I
cloud.
think I like the
What do
winter
you-
better than the summer.
I think so too.
Really?
I would agree with that.
luge, curling,
Luge.
luge, luge,
The fucking luge.
luge, curling.
I like the
Really?
element.
I
I
don't-
like the added element of the winter. You know,
I love
like
the snowboarding.
summer, it's just like, we're just outside.
Yeah,
you
we're
know?
running
But
track.
the swimming and the running and the gymnastics,
Yeah, it's cool.
all those 3 get me hyped up.
You know what? I never really watched the running. I feel like that's always on at like, 6 a.m. or something like that. People
Oh my
running in
God,
another
they're
country.
incredible.
I can't get into the
Gymnastics, always solid. Always a solid watch. And prime time.
Yeah.
Always in prime time, too.
Basketball.
Is that girl doing it this year?
think
The
she's
one who
back.
didn't do it the 4 years
Simone
before?
Biles.
Yeah.
Simone
She's got
Biles
the
is in it, yeah.
documentary on Netflix
Yep.
right now.
I know. I want to check it out.
I watched 15 minutes of it and immediately fell asleep.
Ooh.
But it was good. It was sad. It's a sad situation.
It
with
is
her.
a sad situation.
She just lost her shit. But yeah, I think she's back. I think she's,
That'd be
she's
great.
coming back.
He is
into
back.
it. That's gonna
She's
be
like
cool.
the best to ever do it.
The basketball was cool too, but it's not so much anymore. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
not so much
But
anymore.
what's weird about the fact that it's not so much anymore is because, like, back when we were kids and Dream Team, that whole thing came about, they would fucking demolish
Yes,
everybody.
they would destroy everybody. Yep.
And it was like a scrimmage, basically.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit more competitive, but for some reason I find it not as appealing. I don't know why.
Because you're not watching the best players play.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
That's true.
Basketball
You're not
just,
watching the
always
AFL.
on.
You know what? All these sports are becoming
Give me
12-month
something
sports.
new.
All these sports are playing for 12 months. Football, basketball, baseball, because baseball is long.
What's a weird summer Olympic sport that they have? They have anything weird? Like,
Is it flag now, or is that going to be next summer Olympic? I don't know. Flag is now an Olympic sport. I know
Flag
that. Flag football. Yep.
Wow, did not know that. Can NFL players play in that?
I don't know.
Are they good? Are NFL players good at flag football, you think?
Probably not.
Does the skill set equate over?
I think you got to be like skinny and fast.
Probably the skill positions.
Elusive.
Wide receivers and stuff.
Yeah. Beach volleyball. That takes place on like
wait a second. I think I like Summer Olympics better than Winter Olympics.
Because you like to watch the girls.
Yo,
Butts?
they're not wearing anything.
I know.
I don't know how anybody agreed on that.
I'm glad they did.
No, I know, me too.
But you're not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. But that talk about a tough sport. 2 people trying to get that ball over that thing in 3 hits.
Yeah, it's
That is
amazing.
a tough sport.
I was watching on one of those ESPN 7s or 8s or whatever it is, volleyball, but it was they were only allowed to use their feet.
Seen it.
What?
Seen it.
Wild.
And there's a table.
How do they?
Well,
You see the one with the table?
like
It's like
the
a ping pong
pong.
table
Yeah,
with a curve to it.
I saw that one, but this one was also regular volleyball.
Oh, that's weird.
Regular volleyball net.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
Why-
I saw
why
the
do we have
ping
to
pong
change
one
that?
too. They'll make anything out of anything.
Why can't we make up a sport like that, though?
We could.
Pickleball will probably be in the next Olympics.
Yeah.
I hate that name.
That's
I
a
hate
good
that
call.
name so much.
What about
Why?
cornhole? They got to get cornhole in.
Because pickleball, it already sounds like you want to giggle when you say pickleball. Like, yeah, I'm a pickleball
it's silly and
champion. Play tennis.
But it's so different. Old people can't play tennis. Like your parents could play this.
Because it's too big?
Yeah, and it's so you have to be like so much more aggressive and agile.
Skills.
Pickleball is silly and light. The ball is lighter. The paddle's
Yeah, and the
easier.
noise that ball and paddle make, too. Oh, my gosh. You could hear it from a block away.
Oh my God, you're such a curmudgeon-y old man.
They have a cool like bar place, like one of those indoor mini golf places. They made a pickleball one here.
That's cool.
Very nice, and they're making a killing. They charge like $100 an hour
Whew.
Yeah,
for a court.
And in 4 years, that thing will be underground because nobody's playing pickleball.
Jesus Christ. Everything's a business nowadays. Funny thing happened last summer. We were going down to North Carolina, and there's like a family group chat, and someone was saying like, because my aunt's a gym teacher up at upstate, and somebody was like, one of my uncles was like, yes, I want to play pickleball, so I'm going to teach me how to play pickleball. And my mom, she's so negative sometimes about things. She's like, oh, my friend at work, she broke a whole back playing pickleball. It was like the immediate next text message.
That's kind of like my mom, too.
Dying laughing. I'm like, Jesus.
It's kind of like my mom.
I guess no pickleball.
Whole back, not just a piece of it. The whole
Yeah, the
thing.
whole back. She destroyed her entire body playing pickleball. Pickleball.
I've actually never played. We had it as a unit in gym class in high school, and I have not played since.
Really? It was in your gym
Wow,
class?
you know how you're young
Yeah.
is when you had pickleball in gym.
Seriously, that's interesting.
We also had archery.
That's cool.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
I like that. Nobody shot at somebody else?
No, actually,
It
not
had to
in
be-
my
It
class.
had to be plastic, right? It wasn't real.
With the suction
Yeah.
cup?
Suction. Was it a suction cup?
Probably.
No, we did it outside.
I was definitely shooting somebody else if we had archery in
They're
class.
not giving,
Yeah.
they're not giving kids speared
No.
arrows.
But I'm still shooting the plastic ones at people. And you are too, John.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Which is why we didn't have archery.
Yeah, that's one
Archery.
that doesn't seem safe for
No.
kids.
Not at all.
What about lawn darts? How crazy
Never
of
played
an,
it.
But how
Lawn
crazy
darts.
of an idea was that?
You throw it up in the air, right?
You throw a dart up in the air that's got a metal head on it.
Right.
It's going to stick in the ground as high as you can.
Yeah.
And where there's tons of people standing around, then we're just going to see where it lands.
Yep.
That's a
Sounds
fucking
very rich.
dumbest idea.
sounds
I've
like
never
a-
even seen that.
Sounds like a bored rich game,
Without a doubt.
right? Like croquet. Remember croquet?
What is that?
That's where you could set up the little horseshoe wire
yeah.
things all over your
Yes.
lawn.
And you just got to get it through there?
Yeah, and then you could send somebody's ball. Like, remember when you touch somebody else's ball, you put your foot on it and you send them off the course?
Oh, yeah.
Croquet
yeah.
was fun.
I don't think I've ever played it like for real. I've definitely hit my brother with that
Yeah.
mallet a few times.
Yes. We had it in our backyard.
I don't remember playing that for real though.
The only thing I liked about croquet is that you could make your own course. I thought that was always cool.
But how do you get a point?
You have to go through.
So is it like an actual course? Or
I think it's the first person to the end wins. I don't think you get points.
Oh.
I mean, listen, we never read the book at the Schnatz house, but I'm pretty sure you got to get through all the hoops,
right,
and then hit that pole at the end because it's always a double hoop at the end. It was a double hoop and then the pole, and you got to hit that pole at the end.
And then it's just everyone else gets a turn.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
If you don't get through a hoop, the next person goes.
Got it. Oh, and if you get it through, you get to keep going.
Yes.
Interesting.
Again, that's the way we played.
Sounds right.
But definitely didn't last the entire summer. The mallets got out and started hitting each other with.
Somebody was out whacking on a stop sign with the mallet. And then all of a sudden,
yeah, for sure.
we had one less mallet.
We can only play 3. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. This is different.
Yeah, I wonder if Jesse could tell one of his stories that he's already told. Jesse?
Wait, Kurt, are you going away? Where are you going in August?
August, we're going to Delaware. I don't know if it's
Delaware.
Rehoboth Beach or
Yeah.
right outside of there, maybe. But
Cool.
It'll be my second time there. I love Delaware.
A lot of gays.
Cool.
There's a gay section.
Big gay section.
Well, where there's a beach, there's the gays.
That
I
is
feel like
true.
every northeastern state has like a gay population.
But I think
beach.
Rehoboth is the gay part.
Rehoboth might
Really?
be the gay part. Yeah, because then it's
What about
Bethany Beach.
Provincetown up here in Cape Cod? I feel like that's super gay.
Sounds like it.
And so is Fire Island.
Never been, but
Not all of Fire Island.
it's just like
No.
not all of Delaware.
True.
Yeah.
I went to Rehoboth.
So you're going with your fam?
Beef.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're going with Jen's side of the
Sorry,
family.
John. Cute.
Yeah, it'll be nice. The kids are dying for it. The problem is they've been dying for it for too long, and then as soon as we come back, it's going to be school time. So they better
When you
hold
go?
off a bit. We're going the second week of August, so
Nice.
they'll have 2 weeks and then school.
Cool.
Yeah,
Good for them.
Wow. Summer flies.
Serious.
Summer really flies.
I can't believe it. I hate
It's almost
saying
pumpkin
it.
time.
Don't say that.
It's almost football time. Fuck pumpkins.
I'm taking a
my
random. I've never done this before. Random first week of October off from my job.
What?
Cool.
Just for yourself?
Just a vacation.
Nice.
Because
Love that.
I always save them for April, and then everybody in the world wants off in April because you got to use your year before by the middle of April, right? So if I always have 2 weeks left over, everybody always wants to save it for April, and it's always a battle. I kind of don't have much to do this April, so I don't know. I just figured a week in October, first
Nice.
week in October would be nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
It's gonna
That's
be
cool.
Staycation is what they call it.
Those are my 4. Sorry, John. I cut you off like 4 times. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm used to
John's
it.
turn.
Everyone, you just
I
fill
know.
in right in for Jesse. Why don't you tell us a story that you've already told us before also?
Don't be mean.
Is it when you first got your period? Did you happen to pass out on a in a bathroom or something?
my
Why don't you tell us that story?
Was the ambulance called?
So we're
anyways.
going to somewhere, North Carolina, in probably that same week that you're going. But we only have the place for like 4 days, where we usually get it for a week.
Okay.
So my wife's like trying to push me to like drive to my uncle's house in Florida. And I'm just like, why don't we just like stay home for 4 days? It's been like an awful start to this year.
Right.
Haven't been off since like Christmas.
Yeah.
And like, why don't we just stay here and like for like 4 days?
Can she just stay?
Well, I'm sure could, but she's
Okay.
like, if you stay here for 4 days, you're going to be there every single day until we leave.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe she's right. Maybe she's right.
Can you relax
Yeah.
for multiple days?
Well, like, what's the definition of relax?
Like
just do nothing?
Well, are you a beach guy, first off?
100%.
100%. So can you go to the beach, sit in a chair, enjoy yourself, get red,
Yeah.
eat dinner that night, and then say, tomorrow, we're going to the beach
Yeah.
and we're doing nothing?
I could do that.
So just do that.
Wait, here?
No, anywhere.
Oh.
Well, you definitely
No,
can't do
you
it
deserve
here.
that.
Yeah, I can't do it here, I don't think.
You can't do it on Long
Too
Island.
close.
Nah. I just like feel like as soon as I get up, it's like I want to start doing things.
Well, take your Apple phone watch off. Put your Apple phone in the car. Let it overheat or something.
The Apple phone.
Just take everything off.
Take your Apple phone watch
Take your clothes off, John. Just take your clothes off.
What?
Get all your gadgets off. Get the whoop off.
Seriously. You know what? Power them down, too. Don't just take them off.
Power 'em down.
Power them
Oh
down
my
to where
God. That's a boomer phrase.
when you turn
Power down.
When you turn them back on, you get 15 to 25 messages.
Yeah. That'll be fucking. I would be terrified.
That's a-
I would be
Some of
terrified
that
for you
shit's
to be
not
off
worth
the
it
grid,
to me.
too.
Yeah, I don't think about it like that. Sometimes it's not worth
No.
it to me to wait like, for 7 days, just let that shit pile up and then you got to unbury
I'm
yourself
not
out
saying
of it.
7 days. I'm not saying 7 days. Give it 2. Give it 2 with nothing.
Are you guys ready for Switzerland?
Oh my, I'm
He
so
goes-
excited.
He goes right off that subject because he knows he can't
I
turn
know.
it off for 2 days. Should have a challenge. Switzerland's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm hyped
Hold
up.
on.
It's so soon.
Why is Switzerland going to be great?
Because one, it's got to
Give
be.
me a couple of facts that you know.
I don't know
about
facts,
Switzerland.
but I do want to. I'd love to. I have the imagery of seeing a foreign land. Right. Most of those lands are beautiful. Somebody at work just told me that they actually came back from Switzerland and it was the best trip that they've ever been on.
Interesting.
Oh, cool.
I don't know facts about it, but it's just got to be nice to be in a different country. Can I do it? Probably not. It just sounds nice to me. And there's probably a lot of blonde, beautiful ladies.
I think that's not true, but maybe. But
Yeah.
I think that your level of understanding Switzerland is the same as my level of understanding of Switzerland, and my whole reality of what goes on in Switzerland is based off of a hot chocolate box. You know?
Okay.
What is that?
Like
Swiss Miss?
yeah, that's the only thing that I know much other than the cheese about
And
Switzerland
the chocolate.
is the hot chocolate box and the hot chocolate packets, the Swiss Miss.
Yeah, but the land has got to be nice.
Because it's nice on the
Yeah.
box. It probably is.
It probably is. There's a lint factory that we're going to go to.
Lint like in your
Zurich.
belly button? What kind of lint
No,
factory?
like
Chocolate.
LINDT, like the truffles that you get around Christmas time.
Oh. See, none of that
You know
stuff,
those?
None of that stuff would like make me want to go.
Chocolate?
Like talking to the people would make me want to go. Going to
Oh,
a
I'm not
restaurant
going
and
to
having a
chit-chat.
waiter I can't understand. That would be interesting.
I'm excited to like sit at a bar and talk with people. But we're just going, we're like the nature. That's what I'm hyped up about.
Nice.
Hiking. You know.
Better be careful.
I'm also, be careful with what?
I don't know. You're going hiking and where? Like what kind of woods? What are you doing?
In the
Mountains.
Alps.
What
The
are you going to
mountains.
see?
Yetis.
The mountains, the views.
Yeah, but
I hope I could see a cow.
a cow. You could go see a
There's
cow
like
in
cows
Pennsylvania.
in the mountains.
Oh,
No.
that makes
I'm going to
sense.
send you pictures and you're going to be like, oh, that's a different kind of cow. That's a Swiss cow.
Oh, I don't know about this. Do they
Yeah.
make Swiss milk?
I mean, the dairy there is supposedly insane. So,
I think all the
fondue.
food probably is.
Yeah, I'm
Nope.
excited.
No fake food. It's all real, I feel like, everywhere else but here.
I don't believe that.
When are you going?
I am going on the 15th.
Oof. Nice.
3 weeks. Yeah. But what is a little complicated is we're flying from JFK because there's so many more flights. But like getting to my parents, dropping off the cat and all being like, there are so many like little logistics and it's really not even that big of a deal. I'm like, I can't even imagine traveling with 4 kids.
No.
Kurt, like, I don't even know how people do it.
Please, you're giving me agita just
It's
thinking
just the
about
two of us and like trying to figure out where and when to do everything and coordinate. It's like a shit show.
Well,
I cannot even imagine.
The wrong word you said right away is doing everything. You can't do everything. You're gonna go there and you're not gonna do every single thing on your list.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, which sucks. But
Yeah, but you have to go in with that expectation.
yeah, but you also don't want to run yourself down and make sure that you're not. I don't want to say not enjoying yourself because you're gonna enjoy everything you see. But if you just
Yeah.
keep on saying, I want to do this, I need to go here, we need to go to this place, we need to go
100%.
to this place, it's like,
Is it
My
one-
thing is you have to have a few bullets. Sorry, John.
stop saying sorry. Don't worry about it. He's used to it. It's fine.
Yeah. Is it
No,
one
go.
city?
No, so we're flying into Zurich, which is like main city. We're spending just a day there. People say you don't really need much. And then the train system is like wild in Switzerland. So we're training like 3 hours the next morning into the Alps. It's called the Jungfrau region. So it's where Interlaken is. like all the major lakes where all the mountains are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that train gonna go is it like one of those 100-mile-per-hour trains?
Bullet
trains?
It's not a bullet train, but the train system apparently is fantastic through the mountains there. So that's where we have to buy a train pass, and it's like $600 a person.
See, I love that. Most other countries are like, yeah, we have the greatest train system in the world. It's because their other transportation sucks.
Yeah.
So fucking cobblestone roads.
I know.
They're on wooden tires and shit. It's like,
We got square wooden tires also.
Yeah.
But the train stations, beautiful.
and no speed limit on
right.
roads. They make it
I
really
know.
difficult.
Kurt, do you think you'll ever go to Europe?
I really don't know. I know Jen wants to see Italy, but I would have a very tough time.
Euro trip?
I would have.
Would you have a tough time because of the travel?
Well, tough time because of travel right off the bat, so that's going to put stress on me for the beginning of the trip. And then after a while of being in a city that I'm not comfortable in, oof, that's going to be tough. If I can't
Why
run
wouldn't you be
away,
comfortable?
if I can't run away, it's
But you know that there's an end to it.
yeah, but the miscommunication is going to be very tough for me.
But there really is not a lot of that.
Like how I just said, I would love to have a waiter that completely speaks like a different language. Like that would be really cool for a dinner, but then I'm done with their language.
The amount of people that speak English in these places, they're so touristy.
I'm sure they do, but even people at work speak English and I can't understand them either. So it just makes it difficult.
What's the language in Switzerland?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Manhattan beer. It was
No, it's a lot of people speak English, allegedly. Some French, I think.
Okay. Nothing weird though.
No, because like you can't speak Swiss, I don't think.
Is the Switzerland country the one that completely closed down for COVID? No, that opened up for COVID? Or was that Norway?
One of them.
Couldn't tell you.
There was one of them for sure.
There was one of them that
That Switzerland country?
played no role.
So what is it? Switzerland, Sweden, Norway.
Switzerland, Sweden, Norway.
Whites.
Norway's in the middle, I think.
Just all white
Is
people.
Norway in the middle? Sweden's in the middle.
Iceland.
I did a book report on Sweden when I was a kid.
Iceland.
Is that
I
in
could
the
see you
same
going to
area?
Iceland.
No, it's not the same
I don't
area.
know.
I don't know.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
There's so many places.
I feel like you want to go to a lot of places.
Me?
Yeah.
I would love to, yeah. I would love to.
see?
Hawaii's next on my list, I think.
Oof. That's fall.
You loved Hawaii, right, John?
I loved it. I would go back, but I was deathly ill while I was there. But I would definitely love to go back and not be
That's the
ill.
worst.
Yeah. It was cool. It's a cool place. It's like Jurassic Park, basically. It's wild.
Yeah, I love dinosaurs.
Once you get out of the whole, touristy areas, it's crazy.
Do you look up like the scariest bugs in Switzerland? See what you're going to encounter?
No, I just need to get through the flight. That's the scariest bug in Switzerland
gotcha.
to me, is the plane.
Yeah, like what kind of animals are we talking about? What's walking around on the streets of Switzerland?
I think
Reptile-wise.
cows and cats and not reptiles.
So nothing weird. Like mooses or
No.
anything?
There's probably a moose or two, I would guess. Maybe
Yeah.
like an elk.
I could
Cows
see.
and
Oh,
cats?
well.
What's with the cows and cats in this place?
I'm telling you, they just frolic around from all my videos that I've watched.
Like feral cows, feral cats.
Yeah, so cows are just
Correct.
not owned by people. They're just on the street.
No, they're tagged. Like they have tags on
Okay.
their ears.
That's weird. I mean, we got a ton of cows.
I'll keep you
too.
posted. And there's a lot of breweries with a lot of beer. And you guys know I don't like beer, but maybe I'll be a beer girl.
You got to
For
taste
the
it.
sake of. No, of course I'll taste it.
Swiss. What's a Swiss brand of beer?
I
Never
have
even
no
heard of
idea.
one.
They put Swiss Miss chocolate milk in it.
Like the pigtails.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
St. Pauli's girl.
You guys
Is St.
have
Pauli's
weed
girl
water
Swiss?
here?
It's interesting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so it'll be cool. I'll report back. I'm excited.
Should we just
Lot of
like
planning.
we should have just did this whole episode was just talk about politics when Jesse wasn't here.
Oh, God, that'd be hilarious.
He would have
You
been
know.
so mad.
There's
I wasn't a
politics,
part of it.
China, Russia, COVID.
There's a lot going on, actually. There is a lot going on.
You know what I didn't understand is like I saw the thing where the guy said he's not going to go anymore, right?
His name is Joe Biden.
All right, whatever. And then I immediately saw after that he said the woman. What's the woman's name?
Kamala Harris.
All right, so yeah, so he said she
Kamala
was.
Harris, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that she's it, right?
Nope.
That's just
No,
him
she's not
saying.
That's him saying,
I'm
I
for this
support
bitch.
her.
All
Yeah.
right, got it.
Yeah. Because everybody else came out right away and said, whoa, we are not.
That's a fucking crazy like head fake.
Yeah.
Because most people looking at it was like for 10 minutes it was this guy's not going. And the next 10 minutes it was all her.
Yep.
So like, you know, if you don't know any better, which I didn't really know any better, you'd think that's
That
what it
everybody
is.
supported her now
Yeah.
going for the presidency.
So when do we find out who it's going to be?
I don't know. It's becoming too late. They made this move way too late. Some people say he's dead. You know what he did? He wrote a letter.
I think that's what you do though.
I don't know. No speech though. When I think it was Johnson. I think Johnson stepped down from a race. He made a speech saying, you know, for the better of the country, blah blah blah. This guy wrote a letter like it's 1932, and nobody's seen him. It's amazing. I
Probably swallow his tongue.
I think it's a huge decoy because Trump had a lot of pull coming out of a bullet wound. He had a lot of push of winning, and now they're gonna really watch them boast the person that they get behind. It's gonna be a big party. It's gonna be a big party.
What do you mean?
Meaning like all the rich ass Democrats are gonna get together and say, this is the guy we want or lady that we want, and it's just gonna be this person's the best person in the entire world. And it's gonna be fun to watch.
It's very there's one podcast I listen to. It's not a political podcast, more of an economic podcast, but it's kind of where I'm getting all of my information from, and it's just interesting because like they were saying that because after Trump got shot, nothing really happened after that. Right. You know, like you can't really kick a guy when he's down in that situation. It's a serious thing that happened.
Of course.
So like, you know, there's like basically like a week of silence. And then they were saying that this week is going to be an absolute shit show from both sides because now it's kind of like worn off. But then they did that on Sunday strategically.
Yep.
Going into like the week. Like normally, like you got a story, you want to bury it, you do it on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
There's no more of a time that's not going to monopolize the week if you do it Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Fucking interesting.
It's all strategic, all these moves.
It's interesting. But the other thing they were saying was that so after Trump got shot, obviously there was this huge like, you know, upswing of everybody thought he was going to win or whatever, support. So he got $53 million.
Oh, in donations?
In donations afterwards. And they were like going like, yeah, everybody's in on him. You know, like everybody wants to support him and stuff like that. So they were breaking it down on things like one person donated $52 million. And then a few other people kicked in another million.
Got up to $1 million.
And it's just
That's
like,
crazy.
It was just crazy to hear how because I had heard that and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you know, and the media leads you to believe that this guy got all these donations.
Right.
It was fucking one donation.
You know, it's funny
That's
that you say
insane.
that too because I heard from the switch to Kamala on Sunday. What's the name? Kamala?
I don't know.
Is
It's
it
going to be
Kamala?
funny though.
Kamala?
Harris.
Kamala!
Kamala. That's probably how Trump says it, right? Well, the switch to her on Sunday, supposedly, she got $50 million in donations. And I don't think anybody is writing a check on a Sunday, right? And getting it to the party.
Do you still write checks? Can you like Venmo them the money? How does it work?
Rich people like that write checks so they have a little mark of it. Well, I guess you get a mark with Venmo too, but you ain't Venmoing $50 million.
What's the limit, you think, on Venmo?
Yeah, literally. Things
I
are
don't know.
happening.
The betting limit at a casino is you can't put $100 on a roulette number. It's too much of a win.
It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting. I think it's
The energy. I feel the energy brewing now.
Like good or bad?
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just me.
Good that it's going to be entertaining, or good we're going to make a swing into the right direction.
No, I'm feeling like him stepping down was a good decision. And the way I feel personally for my views, I think this is like the energy shift we needed.
Oh, I think it should have happened a month ago.
And I think I've been watching a lot of like the speeches that she's been doing about obviously being potentially nominated. It's the most eloquent speaker that we've had since Obama. And it's incredible to be able to like understand a speech.
Oh, it can't. You're not
between
talking
Biden
about
and Trump, it was horrendous.
Oh
like
yeah, but she hasn't done anything in 4 months. You got to go with somebody else. They got to pick somebody else. It can't be her.
I don't think it's going to be her.
It can't be.
You don't
her.
think so?
No,
I don't think so.
It can't be her. She's not liked by anybody, which is not good.
That deck is stacked. I mean, this is terrible what I'm about to say, but pretty heavily stacked in the wrong direction with multiple things with her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
her gender,
Call it
race,
checker. Yeah.
her history.
Yeah, no, we'll see.
Yeah, and that's just the beginning of the.
She's got a lot of shit. I don't know much about it, but
I haven't seen the first lady in a long time. I mean, the first male. Where is that guy? I want to see him. How's he doing?
who?
The vice president's husband.
Who's that?
Exactly. He's the first one. It's amazing.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
Watching the kids.
Yeah, but you're right though, Megan. Is that they had to make it at least
A game.
interesting.
Yeah, to make it a game,
Yeah.
they needed that guy out.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. I really do. I feel bad for him. He's just old.
Hmm.
Your grandfather should be sitting on a recliner chair. And
He
he
needs a rest.
He needs a rest.
Yeah.
Needs a rest. Drink what you want to drink. Talk about go sitting at the beach. That guy should be sitting at the beach on Delaware. Maybe I'll see him.
He shouldn't be in the sun.
He'll have an umbrella
Yeah,
on him.
Fucking
Sorry.
shrivel up.
He'll have an umbrella on
I
top
don't know. There's a lot of things.
Jesse's going to be mad. Talking about politics.
No, he's gonna be like, that was like the lamest discussion that you guys just had about it. There was no real
Still not good.
Well,
opinions.
how about Hulk Hogan? Did anybody see Hulk Hogan rip his shirt off? That was
We're
embarrassing.
living in a simulation. Nothing's fucking real.
I feel like we're going that way. It really makes me feel that way sometimes. It's not good.
What's happening?
I don't like it.
What are you gonna do?
The guy's ripping. He looked like he was 55. And what kills me too is like, I'm surrounded by a lot of Trump supporters,
Sure.
older dads and stuff, right? And when I bring something like that up, I'm like, did you see Hulk Hogan? And then they like give Hulk Hogan props. I'm like, holy shit. There's no talking anybody, like making them recognize the nonsense that's going on.
Like, what are you, a little Hulkster also?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's respected by a lot my It's like, no, he's not.
God.
It's like in 1985, he was respected by me, like, because I was 5.
People are so stupid. It's
crazy.
No, it's fine. People are so stupid.
People are ridiculous, is what
They're so stupid.
They get one view, and there's no deferring that view.
No.
It's impossible to be that way.
Well, the podcast that I listen to, they're basically they study the indicators leading into a presidential election of who's going to win.
Right.
So like Wall Street's already voted about like they've already
Who
placed
they
their
want
bet.
or who
no,
they
of
think
who
is
they
gonna win. Right.
believe is going to
Gotcha.
win.
Yeah.
And so they'll we'll see. But obviously who that is.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's scary.
It's crazy.
But
Everybody will
that.
get through the next 4 years. It doesn't matter.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. I don't even know anymore either. Maybe not. I know I just don't want to be stuck on this island. I
What do
feel
you
like we're
mean?
stuck.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
You'll care.
if I go, I go. That's what
You're
I'm
gonna go out the
decided.
back way?
What do you mean? Just
Yeah,
swimming?
out the back way. Try and get to Connecticut as quick as possible.
I'm just gonna stay still.
Stay still.
Yeah,
That's
because
tough.
Whatever. Maybe not though, because if everybody's going this way, we're going that way, and I'm just here,
Staying still might be the answer.
that'd be the move.
Okay.
You know?
I see that.
Now I'm having block parties by myself.
Why not party? I mean, there's nothing else
Hide
to
out
do.
in an ice cream.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
gonna be your bunker.
Yeah, nobody's gonna try and take you off if you got a truck full of ice cream. It's amazing that'll be on the show.
That is so loud.
It's
Fucking
so loud.
phone. I feel like when I listen to the show, I always hear like fire, like trucks and police
How is
sirens.
that
and-
possible?
from everywhere. The phone has rang 500 times since we've been in here. I don't understand what's going on out there.
I was nervous it was gonna be someone calling about a website.
Whatever.
Yeah, she got nervous when the phone rang too.
Oof. The phone ringing is never a good thing.
I love it.
Trust me.
No, it's not.
I love
Trust
it.
me. Anything good that's going to happen or anything that's just casual, that's a text.
Yeah.
Bad, let me pick up the phone because I got to give somebody a fucking piece of my opinion, you know?
Yeah, I had to call my brother last night because so when we got back from Saratoga, my mom wasn't feeling well. She had a stomach ache, stuff like that. And, my dad was telling me after like 3 days, he's like, she's still having a stomach ache. Her head's not right. So he calls me when I went to Saratoga this week. He calls me on Sunday and he's like, do you have any COVID tests? And I'm like, I think mine are all expired, but go to the store and go and get one. And he's like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, Dad, like get it together. Like go get a test. I'm in Saratoga. I'll see you when I get home. I call him to check up on her. Yeah, you know, she's having hallucinations at night. She gets the sweats, and then she's so cold. I put 4 blankets on her. She's shaking so much she can't take her vitamins.
It sounds like COVID.
How about a doctor? Have we gone to see a doctor? Well, she's only been sick for 3 days. I go, Dad, it's been 7 to 8 days now. I went to Saratoga twice. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you came back on Monday. She wasn't feeling well. It is now Sunday again. Like, what's going on? And so he explains the whole thing of how she's feeling. He said he was a little bit scared, you know, and I'm like, go to a doctor. And he goes, well, how do I explain it to him? And I go, are you kidding me right now? I said, explain it to you.
You just explained it to me.
Exactly the way you explained it to me. He goes, well, do you know what it is? I go, I'm not a doctor, Dad. I go, like, no, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, all right. So then that night, my mom finally wakes up. That was the only day she slept. So I check up on her, could clearly hear that she's spaced, right? She's making weird noises, breathing heavier, spaced. I go, Mom, if you have a bad night tonight, you got to go to the doctor. I don't want to go. I'm like, excuse me? I don't like him. I go, I don't know what world I'm in right now. You guys are out of your mind. I got my dad back on the phone. I said, listen, tell me how her night is, or I'm coming over. I'm taking you guys to the hospital. I said, it's like I'm talking to one of my kids. I'm like, Mom, it's either doctor or hospital. Which one do you want? None of them. I'm fine in my bed. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit better. Yeah. But it's like both of them broke down and they don't know how to live their life. What is going on?
That generation,
they're getting older.
They don't want that help.
You know what? I think a guy at work said it. They don't want to hear the bad news.
Well, also the other part is like I think that a lot of them, well, I personally know this, a lot of them believe that once one thing goes, it's just a fucking snowball.
Right, it's a snowball.
Yeah.
A lot of times it is.
Sure.
You know? But not if you got like a cold or COVID.
Right.
You know, you're going to make it worse by not doing anything about it.
Yes.
You know?
And your body's weaker that you can't get over it as quick. You might need a little assistance.
Yeah.
Like I was telling him, like, you know, when I've gone to the hospital a couple times, that IV in your arm works wonders.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you need that for 2 days. I don't know. I can't keep up. I did think of you right away. I'm like, this has got to be what he's been dealing with for 6 months. It's like talking to a child again.
Yeah, the last doctor she went to, the guy's like, all right, I'll see you in 3 weeks. And she was like, and the guy's like, listen, get ready, come into my office. So he brings her into the office and she's like, you've almost died like 5 times. Right. You know, like, you got to get it together. The fact that coming here every 3 weeks is a lot better than, you know, fucking being under the ground.
Yeah. And I'm not saying see me on Wednesday. Yeah. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it turns around like that. Because if I'm like stretch, I see them, I'm like, hey, and I stretch and I grab my chest. She's like, you got to go to the doctor. You got to check that out. What the hell? What's wrong with you? You blah, 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 blah. But if it's them, it's like.
But I'm the same way too, though, so I can't really say anything. Like I
you'll poo-poo everything until.
Yeah, I don't go to the doctor. I tell everybody else to go, but I don't go.
What if you're hurting bad? If you're in your bed for 2 days and you're hurting and you know it's not a flu.
Well, the first time I had COVID, I was hallucinating.
Right.
Like legit.
Yeah.
Like hallucinating. And even then, I was like, just give me a couple Tylenol.
Oh, Jesus. My mom was like, I need a mimosa. I need a mimosa. I need a mimosa. I need a mimosa. My dad goes, I made her one. She didn't drink it, but I just made her one to stop her from saying it.
He's like, I drank the one that I made for her and mine.
Yeah, she just woke up and kept on saying it.
He's like, I felt a lot better.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, man.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.